Hi friends. Today we're finishing up the hashtag ODBJ started by our good friend Budgeting April. This last topic, I think this is week 5, is on advice. I did not prep for this. We're just going to do it. I've got to get it done quickly because my husband has a cardiologist appointment today. He did, I think I mentioned to you guys, he did a stress test a couple weeks ago, and there was an area they had concern about. So today is his follow-up appointment. We also got some bad news this morning with his brother that had the kidney transplant. He's not doing well, you guys, and I really would appreciate you all praying for him. It's not looking good, so we're probably going to have to, as soon as Howard gets out of his cardiologist appointment, either this afternoon or early in the morning, head to UK and be with his brother. So this is, I didn't prep for this well. I just want to get on here and wing it, as Dee says, and give you what advice I can think of at the moment and hope it helps you. If you go back and watch all my videos, there's a lot of ways of budgeting, items you use to budget, things like that. So there's no need for me to go through all of that. I just want to start out with the why we budget. I got tired of being worried all the time and living paycheck to paycheck. So I had to find a way to get out of that. So my first advice thing, I don't know why this is not staying on there. My first piece of advice to you is to start. Just start, guys. Get out of the living paycheck to paycheck, the worry, the debt collection calls, the calls to people saying, I can't pay you this week. Can I send you partial payment? Just start. Start by list everything. List every debt you have that is major. Every debt. Also list every expense. When I say expense, I mean your phone bills, your things that you never pay off, your electric bill, your phone bill, your food bill, your groceries, your gas, things that absolutely you have to put a roof over your head. Those are your 2 major things. Make sure you know every one of those. After you get those, then you can go on to the fun stuff, the saving for certain things like vacations and Christmas and birthdays and such as that. But right now, let's start with this. Okay, number 2. My number 2 advice is to lay out your budget. After you got all this information, lay out your budget. You need to figure out every penny of income you have. If you don't have enough income to cover this stuff, you better be finding a way to make a little bit more, guys. Because these expenses right here, they have to be met. Yeah, you could let your debt go. You could file bankruptcy. You could not pay it. But if you're wanting to truly have a good credit score, and I'm talking, see, I'm in my 50s, but a lot of you guys are younger. You want to buy a house. I've already bought my house. If you want to have a good credit score, that doesn't matter as much to me because it's good for everybody to have. But for me, I've already got my house. I just bought a new car. If you're needing to buy those things, you've got to pay your debt. So if you don't have enough income to cover these 2 major things, find another way to make some income or find a way to get rid of some debt. If you have something you're in debt for that you could go something cheaper. Like if you're paying on a brand new car, and you could get a beater car, as people will say, that will get you from point A to point B without a big payment. Do that. But you have to make sure this is more, you have more income than you do debt and expense. After you get that done, like I said, then comes the fun stuff. With your leftover, budget for sinking funds. I guess we'll just call it sinking funds. The ones you have to have, like your real estate taxes, personal property taxes, number one should have been emergency fund. You have to have an emergency fund. I should have put that first. Okay. That's the main three things for the budget part. This is your budget part. Okay. That's the main three things for advice on that. My other bit of advice is if you're in a relationship with a spouse or long-term significant other, try to get them on board. If you can't get them on board, do it sneaky, be sneaky, like I am, and find ways to get them on board without them even realizing they're getting on board. I'm getting my husband on board and he don't even know it. So that's a major thing. If you got two people that will budget and work toward the goal, you'll make great leaps and strides to where you need to be. Another piece of advice I could give you is to start, as soon as you get this stuff laid out, get your spouse on board. And after you have your emergency fund in place and everything else, I would advise you to start looking into investments. I never knew how to do investments at a younger age. I just started this year, and had I known what I know now in my 20s, man, I could be sitting on Easy Street probably. So the sooner you get started, the better off you're going to be. Look into dividend incomes, passive ways of passive incomes, things that'll make you money without you working, making you money while you're sleeping. That's what I'm talking about. You'll see all kinds of cute envelopes, cute binders, cute stuff to budget with. You don't have to have any of that stuff. You do not have to have it. I like it. I enjoy it. I use it on my channel because it makes me happy, but you don't have to have it. The first time I did the envelope system, I had one of those little Filofax, I call it a Filofax binder that you get at the Dollar Tree for $1. That's just got the little pockets in it. You can use white envelopes. You can use anything. You don't have to. You can just fold it separate and put a sticky note on it. You don't have to have anything fancy to start. You can have pen and paper. I prefer pen and paper over spreadsheets. I know how to use spreadsheets. I have used them in the past, but I prefer pen and paper. When I write things down physically, it helps me remember them and think about them more. So that's why I prefer it over spreadsheets. Also, another thing I'd advise you on is do not ever compare your journey. Don't compare, don't. I know my list is looking kind of wonky, but don't compare. Hold on, let me move you down a little. Don't compare, do not. Our journeys are all different. We have different bills, we have different needs. If you can stuff $1 and I'm stuffing $5, don't compare. If I'm stuffing $5 and you're stuffing $100, don't look down on. We're all trying to do the best we can do. Inflation is killing all of us. It's crazy. Things are absolutely gone berserk in the world. So we all need to support each other. This budgeting community on YouTube I found are some of the nicest and sweetest and most caring people that I have ever met. No, I haven't met them in person, but I feel like they're part of my family. And I enjoy, I've already in this, I started my channel in February just to make myself, I enjoy it. And I thought, this is a way for me to make a little bit of that income doing something I enjoy when I retire. This is years down the road I'm planning for. Getting monetized. And I don't care if it's $20 a month, 10, 5. It's just something I enjoy and I can make a little bit of money doing it. So I started this thinking that, and I've become to where I found a family. I enjoy getting on here and chatting. I chat with some people on Instagram, private chats, and plus in the comments. It's just, it's amazing the people you meet on here that truly, genuinely want to help you. So do not compare yourself and ask for help if you need it. Don't be ashamed. Any question is on fair game. Ask me anything. If you don't want to put it out there publicly, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I've got those listed in my about and my descriptions, I think. You can text me anytime. I do not care one bit, and I will help you any way I can help you. Some people don't want to share their debt, and they don't want to share their income. You don't have to. Just ask for advice on how do I figure this out. My daughter, she doesn't want to share that information with people. We got together with some of our friends and had a little budget get together a while back. This has been a few years ago. And she said, I don't want to share my stuff. I said, you don't have to. You don't have to share things like that. That's a personal preference, I don't care to share it. I'm pretty much an open book in all aspects of my life. If it's in my brain, it comes out my mouth. So I'm not very good at not sharing things. But truly, be happy with yourself and wish the best for others. I see so many people that are so negative and so, I want to say, greedy and vengeful and spiteful in this world. We need people that are truly supporting each other. So do that with yourself, and God will reward you for that. He will reward you for that. Let me think. Anything else? Like I said, this was a rambling video. I know I'm forgetting something, but I can't think what it is now. But those are the three main points. The three main points of my advice. Yeah, don't give up. Like I said, I did the cash envelope system a few years ago, and I got discouraged because I couldn't keep my husband out of my envelopes. And my husband is a great man, you all. I would not trade him for anything on this earth. Nothing. We have been together since I was 17. I'm 54. And I thank God every day for him. I would not, you hear about people that wish this and wish that. I wouldn't change a thing. I would change knowing some things, like not to do with him, but like I said, knowing how to do stocks and budgeting better when I was younger in life. Those kind of things, but nothing to do with my marriage. But that being said, several years ago when I started this, I got discouraged and I quit doing it. And had I not quit, I would have probably even been farther along now. So don't get discouraged. If you can only put $1 away a month, put that $1 away a month. That's $12 you wouldn't have if you hadn't done it. Just keep going. Keep going and doing what you can, even if you can't do a lot. Every penny, your change, I'm saving my change. Yeah, I'm saving it toward a vacation, but I'm at that point where I can do that. If you're not at that point, save your change toward a debt. Save it towards your expenses you need. Just do it. Just do it, and don't give up. Don't quit. Just keep going. Even when something strikes you down and has to take every penny out of everything you've saved, the next day or the next check, pat back $5. Start back. Get back on that horse. Ain't that the old saying, if you get thrown off, get back on the horse? That's what you need to do. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to wrap it up. I know this was probably not the best video in the world, but it's what I had time to do with what's going on in my life right now, and it's the best advice I can give you at this point. So if you enjoy my channel, and I hope you do, I would love it. I would love it if you'd consider subscribing. I have reached my watch hours. I just need to get some subscribers and I will be monetized. And that's one of my little goals for my budgeting journey, is to have that little bit of income when I retire. So if you could, please subscribe, and I would appreciate it so much. I hope each and every one of you do great at your budgeting. And again, as I said, reach out to me on a private message through Facebook or Instagram, and I will get back to you and help you if I can. If you don't care to put it out there, ask me in the comments. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.